You're listening to Off Script with Tiffany. This is real talk, random thoughts, and no script. Thanks for listening. Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Off Script with Tiffany, where we have random thoughts, real talk, and we have no script. Welcome back. I am here for my third episode of filming from my favorite place, my closet. So for those of you who are joining me again, welcome back. For those who are new listeners, welcome. Again, this podcast is a brainchild that I had one random day a few weeks ago, where I said I was going to stop playing scared and do the things and try the things that I've wanted to do, including an episode. And I am what I like to call a shy yapper. I do enjoy talking, but only when I'm comfortable. So this is kind of a way for me to just kind of share my thoughts, what's going on, build an audience, find my people, and to just kind of share what's going on and just kind of yap a little bit. So thank you all for joining me. Again, this is episode 3. We are recording, I should say, it is January 12th, 2025. So hopefully you all have had a great week. So we are just going to hop right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is our snow day. So for those who don't know, I am in the Atlanta metro area. I've lived here for over 30 years at this point. I've been here since I was 5, so almost 35 years. I'm 39 now. So I've been here for almost 35 years. And there are very few times where we experience snow. And when we do, it's usually like some little flurries for a little bit, and it usually like melts away and it goes away pretty quickly. But there are rare occasions that we have like real genuine snow, and this weekend was no different. So people love to make fun of us here in Atlanta or here in Georgia when we get those snow days, because we tend to, what some people might think, well, like what the kids will say, we kind of crash out a little bit. We we go to the store, we buy up all of the milk, the eggs, the bread, we buy everything, we fill up our gas, because again, we are not used to this weather. We are not used to it. And so people from up north just kind of make fun of us. They're like, y'all are shutting down for an inch of snow. And like, we don't do that. It's got to be like a blizzard here, and it's got to be really cold. And just they make fun of us. Like, we know. But there is a reason we do that. And so that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. So on Friday, we did get a few inches of snow. And I do work in the school system. And we knew Thursday that we were not going to be in school on Friday. Because again, we got shut down relatively. We knew it was coming. So it's like, all right, no school, work from home, do your thing. So it was an asynchronous day for the kids and for us on Friday. And people were like, oh my God, you guys are shutting down. They just thought we were being extra. So I wanted to kind of share with you all kind of what we feel or how we feel, or kind of what runs through our mind on our snow days here in Georgia. So we got to go back to 2014. And at that time, I was actually working in a different district, a smaller district, but still in the metro area. So we had heard that we were going to get this weather, and districts kind of wait for somebody to kind of make a move, and then they kind of move accordingly. So I will say I was very fortunate that my district was like, hey, this weather's coming. We're going to make it a half day. So we knew the night before that day was going to be a half day. I think I was in elementary school, so we got it at like 11:30. Then I think as they released actually high schools, then middle schools, then us. We were actually last that day. Because, if you have older siblings, you want to get the older kids home first and then kind of work your way backwards. So that was the plan. So we probably were released about 12:30. And then it hadn't started snowing yet, I remember. So we released, we got all the kids out safely. Once the kids were gone, staff was released. Go home, be safe, stay warm, have fun in the snow. So we were released, me and some coworkers, we actually went to Chili's to get some food. And then when we came out of Chili's, that is when it started snowing. So this is probably maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. So still relatively early. So I remember, leaving Chili's. Back then I lived maybe 20 minutes from my job, but it was kind of like the halfway point. So I had to go pick up my daughter. She was in pre-K at the time. So I picked her up from her school, and then we went home and we just had us a good time. We played in the snow, we took pictures, all the things. So that was my district. We had an early release day. We knew the night before this was happening. Other districts did not do the same, including the one I currently work in. So my current district, they did not make that same decision. So they operated as normal school day, despite what was being told about the weather. So a lot of districts, like the bigger districts, had regular school days. Businesses were open, things like that. Okay, so this is kind of second-hand information for what I saw in the news and what people have told me. So when it started to come down, remember, this is a regular school day. It came down hard, like the snow, because like I said, once I left the restaurant, by the time I went out, my car was covered. So there was no plan for the bigger districts to release their kids early and things like that. So now they're scrambling at the last minute. Now, here's the thing about the snow in Atlanta. So if you've never been to Atlanta, if you've never been to Georgia, our temperature, our weather we get your humidity, not just in the summertime, but in the wintertime. So there's a lot of moisture in the air and things like that. So the snow is not the problem. The problem is the ice. The ice is the problem. That is why we freak out whenever we hear about snow. Because what typically will happen is the snow will come, it melts, but then it freezes back over and turns into ice. And it's like black ice. You can't see it. So anyway, so the other bigger districts were not prepared for this. So they're scrambling last minute to dismiss everybody. And one thing about my district, I work in Fulton County, and it is the largest geographical district. So where our county is, it's like 70 miles long from top to bottom, and we have another school district in the middle. Atlanta Public Schools is its own district inside of Fulton County. So with Fulton County, it's very much north and south. So the school I worked at for 6 years in Fulton, their buses come from the south side. So they come from below Atlanta, have to drive through Atlanta to get to Sandy Springs, which is where the school is. So they got stuck on the roads. So when everyone started to panic and leave and dismiss at the same time, there was chaos, and it was crazy. Everyone was on the roads. The roads were icing over. There was lots of accidents. Buses were getting stuck. And the buses that did make it to take the kids home, they were getting stuck on the road, because another thing about our district is the kids live, again, north and south. So the kids that live on the south side but go to school in the north, buses were taking them, and they were getting stuck on the roads. I've heard stories where people were trying to go down the street to pick up their kids. It took 6 hours because that's how iced over these roads got. And this happened very, very quickly. And again, we were not prepared. And at that time, we really, like the state, we really didn't have like ice trucks and things of that thing, to the point where people had to just pull their cars over, leave them there, and started walking like on the expressway. It was a standstill for like 24 hours. It was bad, y'all, to the point they call it Snowmageddon. And so now, whenever we hear about snow or potential snow, we don't want a repeat of what happened back in 2014 as like a state, as a district, as a whole. That is why we take snow days and potential snow days very seriously. Like I said earlier, I am very fortunate that the district I was in kind of had that foresight to let us out early. So we didn't have to make up the day, but we were still safe, and everyone was able to make it back home nice and safely. So next time you have friends or family here in Georgia and you hear about snow days, y'all, please don't make fun of us. Again, we are not made for this weather. And again, it's not the snow, it's the ice, because that can become really, really dangerous. Because not only road conditions, but we also have a lot of trees and things of that nature. And it can impact us to where we can lose power and things like that, because that also has happened when we do have like the snow and the ice. So it's not the snow, it's more so the ice. So just give us some grace. But a positive thing from all the snow that we had and the ice and everything over the weekend was the creativity of my people in Atlanta. So, again, we don't get snow very often. So, when we do, we take advantage. So, there were so many people that were outside playing in the snow, kids and adults outside having looks like frolicking in the snow, building snowmen. And if you're on social media, I saw I saw snowmen with hookah. I saw snowmen dressed up. I saw snowmen with designer, snow women, excuse me, with designer bags. It was a vibe. And so when people say Atlanta's not a real place, it's stuff like that. That is the reason why people say Atlanta's not real. But we had us a really good time. We definitely took advantage of the day in the snow because, again, we don't get real snow like that very often. So, like I said, I think the last time might have been 2017 or something, 2014 definitely, but 2017 was maybe like the last like a real snow day. Like I said, we'll get a little dusting every once in a while, but this was real snow. And for those that enjoy it, because I do not, they had a good time. So even my daughter got to go outside in a little bit and play and kind of throw some snowballs. We had a little snowball fight, but 10 minutes is my max because I am not a winter girl. Give me a beach over the snow any day. All right, so I wanted to give you all an update on my 2025 goals. So, if you are a listener and you were listening back in episode 1, I created a 2025 bingo card. So, I didn't do a vision board this year. I made my goals into like a little bingo game. I made a 5x5 card. So, I had 24 goals and I have a free space. And so, I'm happy to announce, I actually shared in the last episode that I have completed 3 of the tasks on my card. So one task was to take a vacation, which I did for my birthday with my boyfriend. One task was to create a digital product, which I have created an ebook that is on my Gumroad site, And then the third one that I've completed was to visit a new city. So that vacation was in St. Augustine, which I'd never been before. So I am happy to announce those 3 things are marked off my bingo card. And I'm currently working on number 4, which I want to gain a certification. So I will share with you all when that is completed. So that's one I'm working on right now. So I wanted to come to you all today to kind of share a bonus goal that I've set, and I guess this one might be my free space. So, and I posted this on my TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok at Tiffany Blue BLEUE, I shared this in a post. It was just a random post that I had. So I was actually watching wrestling because I am a wrestling fan. I was watching SmackDown on Friday, and I was like, one of my goals, I want to stop faking the funk, y'all. I have decided that I want to learn words to songs that I pretend like I know, like in public, and I can fake it pretty well, but I don't actually know the words. So I picked 3 songs. There's probably more songs I could have added to this list, but the 3 songs I'm going to focus on for 2025 is TLC Waterfalls, but I know the words to the song. It's Left Eye's Rap that I don't know. So, and I've been working on that. The second song that I will be learning this year, and I'm not going to fake the funk anymore, is Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. That one I was a little scared to admit I don't know because that is in the Black community, that is an anthem, and I did not want to lose my card for that one. But I think a lot of people don't know that song as well as they think they do. But it's okay because like when you play in the club, if like you're hype with it, like you can play it off. Like I've been playing it off for a very, very long time. But no, I really want to be like legit and like learn the words. So that is song number 2, Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. And the third song was wrestling related, which is kind of what sparked all of this, is I want to learn the entrance song for Cody Rhodes. So if you are a WWE fan, if you watch wrestling, he's pretty popular. He's the undisputed champion, and he has a very famous song. And there's parts when the whole crowd gets involved. I know those parts, but I just want to learn all the words because my boyfriend makes fun of me. So he's like, you don't know the words, you be faking it. So, and I do. So I want to learn that. So those are 3 songs. There's other songs, I'm sure, if I sit down and really think about it, that I could add to this list. But I said, okay, let me start with 3, learn these words. and like stop acting like a fraud in public. Like, I know these words. So that is the update to my 2025 bingo card. I will definitely update you all as I meet these goals. All right. And the last topic for today, y'all, is this TikTok ban. So I am love TikTok. That is probably my most favorite social media platform. I've actually been on TikTok for, I'd probably say I've been on there for years. It went years without using it. I know a lot of people joined once the pandemic hit. I'd actually joined before that. So I joined TikTok because one of my students, a second grader, when I was an elementary counselor, was telling me about it. And he had been making TikTok videos because he was on Musically, but this is when like Musically had dissolved and became TikTok, and he wanted to show me his videos. So I created a page so I could like see his videos. That's essentially why I started this, y'all. This had to be like 2018, 2019. So a little before the pandemic. And that's what had me join, and I didn't use it really until the pandemic. I was kind of like most people, where I had the account but I never used it. I didn't understand. I was like, what is that? Like, this is silly. I have like other platforms. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all the things. Clubhouse, Periscope. Like, I was on all the things, but it was the pandemic like everybody else, and I really started to watch the videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. And then I started to make videos, and I am more on the shyer side when it comes to like recording and doing things. But I really started to get into it, and especially like I said, the pandemic, 2021, 2022. I had to make it private for a while because my students started to find me. They're like, "I'm assessing, you're really funny." I'm like, what did you see? So anyway, so that's kind of my go-to platform today. I feel like for me, TikTok is probably the one social media site where I feel like I can be my authentic self. I can be the different parts of me, because again, like Facebook and Instagram stuff, you have like, it's like people, like it might be work people, it might be your friends, people from like school. So it's like you don't want to, like, I don't know, I feel like I could really be myself on TikTok. I could be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling, or if I want to make a joke about, hey, I want to be a stripper, or like something silly or whatever. I enjoy TikTok. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the support that you get on TikTok. I enjoy the messages, and like when you get that FYP curated, it is mwah, it is chef's kiss. I love to see my people, black women, black people, young people doing their thing, making names for themselves, building that community, speaking their minds, and like feeling like they have a safe space. And I feel like TikTok is that for a lot of people. So we had heard about this ban, and I feel like it like kind of went away for a little bit and started back up. And I just don't understand what it is. I've seen some videos that kind of share what the reason for the ban is and things like that. It's mainly access to information. Because it's funny, the things I saw a video today, I was like, the things they're accusing TikTok of doing, other platforms, Meta, have been doing this for years, as far as like selling our information and things like that. So, and it's been all kind of data breaches and everything when it comes to Meta and everything. And so people are now like, they're at the Supreme Court at this point about TikTok, and it's looking like it's gonna be banned on the 19th, and today's the 12th. So in a week from today. So it's kind of like, what do you do? What's next? What's next? Where are we going? Because like I said, it's community, and it's like, I don't want to lose this. And yeah, other platforms will do things what TikTok does as far as the videos and the reels and stuff like that, but it is not the same. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same community. The FYPs are not the same, or your timelines are not the same. They're not in order. They're not. It's crazy, y'all. And so I really want to know, like, where are we going after, if this happens next week? Where are y'all going? So I think I've decided, a lot of people have said YouTube, which I've started this page. This is a YouTube page. So again, welcome if you are over here from TikTok. Hey friend. Welcome. Thank you for listening. Join me. Yes, YouTube. And I think the other platform I'm going to pick back up because I've already been on it, but I haven't been like very active is Fanbase, which I originally joined because I did like the fact that it was Black owned. It is owned by Isaac Hayes Jr. Um, so it is a Black owned platform. It's kind of similar to TikTok. It doesn't look the same. So I'm going to have to play on there a little bit. And you can integrate, you can bring your content over from TikTok to Fanbase. So that was one thing I really enjoyed. So that's a way to keep your content, and you can actually, and just FYI, you can save your content from TikTok. You can download it. I saw a video. I think I reposted it on my page where you can do that. So I've done that. So like I have my videos without the watermarks that you can save, and you can also integrate over to Fanbase, and you can do the things and get your content over there. So you won't be starting from zero, which is great. So I think those are the two platforms that I will be focusing on. I did not have big followings. I think my main TikTok page, I have like 3,000 followers. But again, I had gotten the engagement to the point where I was a TikTok shop affiliate. I had met those criteria. And then I have a secondary page on TikTok about my weight loss journey, in my bariatric journey. So I'm bringing both of those over to Fanbase. So that's where I'll be. So I'm keeping the same name. So my fan base is Tiffany Blue, and so it's Tiffany, regular Tiffany, Tiffany, and then Blue is Bleue. So kind of blue, Tiffany Blue. And then on my other secondary fan base will be gastric _bypass _girly. So those are my two pages. So hopefully you guys will be over there with me. We'll build community. We'll build our family over there, but hopefully something happens this next 7 days to where TikTok doesn't go anywhere, because again, it won't be the same. No platform will have the magic that TikTok has. So, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, we'll go to Lemonade, which I don't know what that is. So if somebody knows, please in the comments, let your girl know. And like using like CapCut and things like that. But I believe TikTok owns those as well. So I don't know if we'll get those either. So I don't know, y'all. It's just sad. Because again, TikTok is a special magical place that once you understand it and once you're a part of it, you really enjoy it. I spend more time on TikTok than any other platform. It's very different from any platform. And for me personally, I feel like that is my safe space. And hopefully, again, something happens in the next week. But if not, please come back here to this YouTube page. Again, I'll be on Fanbase, and I do have Instagrams and Facebook and stuff like that, but it won't be the same vibe as TikTok. So if like we're TikTok friends, the closest for me will probably be Fanbase. So let me know in the comments, if TikTok goes away, where are you going? Because I want to follow, I want to engage, I want to continue these relationships, friendships. I want to root you on from whatever platform you choose. I really want to root you on. So please, in the comments, share, if TikTok goes away, where are you going to be? What's your username? What's your YouTube page? I want to support, show love, and help you grow. All right, and that is the end of episode 3. This one's probably a little bit shorter than the first 2. I want to thank you all for listening. This is Off Script with Tiffany, where I share my real thoughts, real talk with no script. All I do is have a couple of bullet points. So if you enjoyed this, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will catch you in the next episode. Bye. Happy New Year! It's time to talk about something we all strive for at the start of our year, getting organized. If that's a goal for you, I've got the perfect resource. My new ebook, New Year, New You. 7 tips to get you organized in the new year. This ebook gives you 7 actionable tips to help you organize your time, your space, and your goals for the year ahead. No matter where you're starting from, these strategies are designed to help you gain clarity and focus. I created this ebook because, let's be real, getting organized isn't always easy, especially with everything life throws at us. But with the right steps, it's totally doable. These are the exact strategies that I've used and taught to others, and they work. Ready to get started? Head to the link in the description and grab your copy of New Year, New You. Let's make this the year you finally feel in control and on top of your game. You're listening to Off Script with Tiffany. This is real talk, random thoughts, and no script. Thanks for listening.